Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has said that India must become a global drone hub by year 2030, and that is to meet both military and civilian requirements. The statement reflects a deeper shift that war may be not be dominated only by the advanced platform, but by the large number of the intelligence low-cost system. But where does India stand in this race? For decades, military power was built around a simple idea, fewer platforms but more capable ones. A single aircraft, a single tank, a single warship, each designed to dominate its domain. But the equation is now changing because drones have introduced something fundamentally different: scalable combat power. Across recent battlefield, we are seeing a new pattern emerge. Small, inexpensive drones, often costing a fraction of traditional system, are able to track target in a real time, rely on battlefield intelligence instantly, and strike with the surprising precision. In some cases, a drone cost less than a missile can destroy assets worth millions. But the real disruption is not individual drones. It is what happens when they are used in the numbers. Swarm tactics allow dozens, even hundreds of drones to operate together. Some act as a decoy, some jam sensor, and others strike. This creates a saturation effect, overwhelming even advanced air defense system. And this is where the nature of warfare begins to shift from platform-centric dominance to mass-enabled disruption. For India, the shift is critical because with the borders are rapidly expanding their drones inventories from tactical battlefield UAVs to long-range loitering munitions. This means future conflict may not begin with the tanks or aircraft, but the wave of the unmanned system probing, mapping, and striking. But recognizing the importance of the drone is only the first step. Building the capability at this scale is far more complex challenge. India's drone challenge is not about developing a single platform. It's about building an entire operational ecosystem, and that begins with scale. Along the northern borders, surveillance is constant. From Ladakh to Arunachal, vast areas need persistent monitoring, often in extreme conditions where manned patrols are limited at sea. The challenge expands further. The Indian Ocean requires wide area maritime surveillance, tracking both surface vessels and submarine. This means India will not hundred but thousands of the drones operating simultaneously. But scale alone is not enough. The second challenge is technology. Modern drone depends on a complex stack system: secure data link, satellite navigations, electro-optical sensors, and AI-enabled autonomy. In many of these areas, India still faces dependence on external suppliers, which creates vulnerabilities, especially in wartime conditions where access to components can be disrupted. Then comes to the third challenge, survivability. Because drones are not operating in an unconstricted airspace, advisories are developing electronic warfare system, GPS jamming, and anti-drone weapons. This means India drones must be capable of the operating in denied environment, registering signals, disruptions, and continuing missions even with partial system degradations. And finally, the challenge of the countering the threat itself, because drone warfare is the inherently two-sided. India must be able to capable detect, track, and neutralize incoming drones using radar networks, radio frequency detection, soft kill systems like jammer, and hard kill solution, including guns, missiles, and detect energy weapons. This transforms the problem from platform issue into system challenge. Which brings us to most important question: if India is built credible drone force, what exactly should that force look like to counter both borders? India will need a multi-layered drones architectures designed not for the one mission but for an entire battle space. Highest level are high altitude, long endurance HAL drones. The platform operate to extend durations, sometimes over 24 hours, providing a persistent surveillance. For extended durations, sometimes over 24 hours, providing a persistent surveillance across vast regions. They act as a strategic eyes of military. But below them are the medium altitude armed drones. These are the workhorse of modern drones warfare, capable of both surveillance and precision strike. They can track a target, follow it over time, and engage at the moment of the opportunity. Closer to battlefield are tactical UAVs and quadcopters. This provides real-time situations awareness to soldiers on the ground, mapping terrain, identify enemy position, and guiding fire. Loitering munitions combine surveillance and strike into a single platform. They can remain airborne, search for target, and dive to destroy them with the precision. In mountainous terrain like a Himalaya, and their ability to attack from above make them to particularly effective. Finally, the most complex layer, drone swarms. Here multiple drones operate as a coordinated unit. Some confuse enemy sensors and some jam communications, and others strike powered by AI disrupted control system. Swarm represent the future of the mass warfare. Together, these layers create a complete drone ecosystem from strategic surveillance to tactical combat to mass attack capability. Future wars will not be fought by few high value platform, but alone they will be the fought by network of the system operating together at scale at the speed. The real shift in warfare is not just technology, it's a structural. From the few inexpensive platform to large number of intelligence expendable system to country like India with the vast border and complex threats, the ability to build a sustain and scale could become a defining factor in the future conflict. India's ambition to become a drone hub by year 2030 reflect a clear strategic shift from focusing only on high-end platform, recognizing that mass scalability and speed are now central to military power. Because in modern warfare, it is not just most advanced system that wins, but the one can deploy in the large numbers. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.